I am the substance abuse addictions counselor. I also do alumni as well as training and for CPI and a little bit of anything I'm asked, really. Well, when a young man comes in, of course, John does all the assessments and things of that sort. I also would do an assessment of sorts to see where he is as far as where he's at in his willingness to change, where he's at in the amount or the intensity of substances that he has been using. And I look at those things just to kind of gather what things he's going to need and kind of give myself a plan of action to work with that particular young man. Some of the common things that I'm seeing is a lot of substance use. And that substance generally starts from anywhere from cigarettes to vaping to THC vaping, marijuana, actually combustible, what have you. And sometimes a little bit more than that. We've had guys that were cocaine, meth, you name it, acid, and pills, opioids, so forth and so on. We've had guys just that would kind of cover the gambit when it comes to substance issues and things of that sort. Some of the red flags for parents are, school becoming an issue, not attending school, missing school, not abiding by the home rules, things of that sort, not going to, just not doing the things that mom and dad have said that these are the rules for the home. And sometimes that's a big indication that something is going on, and that's not always substance related either. But that is a good indication that, parents need to really kind of look further into their child's life and see what's happening. So once a young man comes here, he's going to start with me, and it's what we call motivation for change class. But we don't do this in the class setting, that's done here. And what I'm doing in motivation for change class, I'm looking at this individual, I'm talking with him, I'm assessing him still, and I'm gaining information and insight into his life, what things worked with him, what things didn't work for him, what are his interests, what are his desires, what are his goals, does he want to change, does he not want to change, and how close he is to that whole concept of actually changing and doing something different. That's where we start at. And then after we go there, then we put him into a class that's called Moral Recognition Therapies, MRT. MRT touches on the fine layers of behavior, and it helps us to take a look at where this individual is. And it basically just kind of opens up one layer at a time, to really get to the core of the individual and then begin to look at and process some areas of change. Then we do also what's called a SMART recovery. And MRT and SMART are all what we call cognitive-based courses, which deals with thinking patterns and errors in thinking patterns. And so those are the main things that they will utilize, as well as getting one-on-one counseling weekly.